Kwa majina naitwa Idris Hussein, mimi ndio moderator kwa hii panel. Bado pia ni executive director, Initiatives for Regional Development. I'm also peace champion, climate change champion, also TB/malaria champion. Nafanya upande wa Moyale, ni mkazi wa hapa Moyale. Asanteni. So sasa nitaanza na Omar because amekaa karibu nami. So Bwana Omar, umesema unaongelelea peace building and social cohesion, that is sustainable development goal 16. So maybe Bwana Omar, I would like to ask this way, and maybe majority of the audience maybe wangetaka kusikia from your from your perspective, what are the root causes of conflict among young people in cross-border communities and its impact on a wider community?
Thank you, Idris, for your questions, for your good question. I'll mix English and Kiswahili if need be. Sustainable Development Goals number 16 state that is peace, justice, and a strong institution. The Sustainable Development Goals promotes the rule of law, social cohesion, and a strengthening of the institutions. From the question you asked about the root causes, the root causes of conflict among youth, and there are a range of causes, ranging. There are a lot of causes. We can spend the whole day discussing, but I'm going to narrow down it to the major ones. The first one is unemployment rate. That is the huge, big challenge we have in Kenya. Youth unemployment. Vijana hawana kazi. Almost 20% or 25% of youth in Kenya not employed. Vijana wamesoma, wameenda shule, wamemaliza university, wazazi wametumia pesa mingi, school fees, but kufika ground hakuna kazi. So when there's unemployment, we have like what's happening in Kenya. There's this frustration, loss of hope. Youth lose hope, then frustration kicks in. So once frustration kicks in, they are being manipulated by politicians or even the criminal groups to engage in the criminal doing. And also, if you look at the context, Kenyan context, youth have there's lack of credit access. Youth have no access to credit facilities, loan facilities, or even land to do farming. So all these things will frustrate youth. Then youth will engage in violence, will be manipulated by criminal groups. Then by doing so, they will involve in violence and engage in criminal activities. Other point is resource competition. There's competition of a resource, and not necessarily in town like Moyale, but in other rural areas we have competition of a resource. We have water, competition of pasture, of trade, trade opportunities.
True.
So this also will lead to
there is a
conflict.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also another cause is on the ethnic division. Still, we are struggling with ethnic division, where we have identity-based divisions. This ethnic rivalry is passed down to the youth generation. Yeah, we are also struggling with that. We have divided ourselves into tribes. Then we are not working together as a one.
It is even common on social media.
Yes, very common.
Find them on, especially on TikTok.
Yes.
The way people are addressing one another.
Yes, yeah. The recent issue concerning Ethiopia on the land and the land issues. True. We have seen that in social media. And the other root cause of conflict among youth is lack of dialogue. If you see, we have very few avenues for youth to issue their concerns. Because if you look at the old dialogues that is happening in Moyale, it's only for Wazes and small percentage for youth and our mama. So this has now hindered youth to air out, to voice out their concern. So what will the youth do? They will resort to violence. They will resort to riots, like what we have seen some time back in Moyale. You will see youth will go out in the streets, throw stones, burn shops. Yeah. So that's one of the causes. And the final one, we have external factors that affect youth. We have armed groups that influence youth. We have smugglers, like we are seeing from Ethiopia. Youth are engaging in smuggling activities. You smuggle people from Ethiopia to Kenya.
Human trafficking.
Human trafficking.
And it's transnational crime.
Yes, and also radicalization, where youth now feel left out of the society. Then they sought to radicalize groups, joining Al-Shabaab and or other groups.
Thank you very much. Asante sana. Next nitaenda kwa Rahma, but before
Thank
that,
you.
tafadhali naomba mtu mmoja hapa kwa audience aweze kunifanyia timer. Vipi vijana wanapatanga like zile chanzo ama zile chances wanapatanga wanatumia vibaya. Then can you share an example of where you have successfully led peace building efforts? Kuna mahali vijana maybe waliweza kunini?
Yes, kuna example nyingi sana.
Okay.
There are so many examples.
Okay.
The youth-led peace building efforts, especially tukianza hapo Moyale. Ukiangalia zile NGOs ziko hapa. We have NGOs around that have engaged youth a lot in terms of the inclusive dialogues, where youth from Kenya, Ethiopia, or within even the Kenya context itself, they come together, discuss their own issues, discuss the differences that come between them, and in most cases, youth are not consulted, but now they are engaged. They are now engaging. And I remember from different scenarios where youth have came forward and demanded to be included. The real example is here with me, Ibrahim, when he questioned DCC as why youth were left out from the cross-border peace committees. And also not only the youth male, but the youth female disability. Yeah, they are coming out strongly to demand for inclusion. And if you look at the example of some years ago when Marsabit was in turmoil, in conflict, youth led the peace caravan, the peace walk, like the one we had today. Is a good sign and a good effort in building peace in Moyale. And there are so many platforms. The good example is Moyale Youth Assembly, where it has brought different youth from different ethnics together to really champion the interests of the youth forward. And the good example nationally is the Uyanol platform, where youth were engaged to preach peace, especially around election time, 2022, where we had some issues around election, but youth were engaged, were encouraged to use music, to use arts and dances, and also social media, like Twitter, like Facebook, to spread peace. That's the perfect example we have around. And also, I appreciate NGOs around, like VSO, like LPI, PASIDA, who are constantly engaging youth in cross-border peace building, and also the locational one.
Thank you. Apart from these partners that are supporting young people, maybe do we have some consortia, anything of sort that have actually come up and is demanding to be involved, apart from individualism? Then maybe do we have such consortia?
Yes. Recently we had a consortium of community-based organization in Moyale, the likes of IRD, PPI, Moyale Disability Caucus. We have also other CBOs who have come together to really champion for inclusion of youth, and also to champion the interest for youth forward. That is example we have. Currently we are having Moyale Youth Assembly is for all youth, not only for the elite one, the all youth in Moyale. This is a very good platform for us to air out our concern and really champion our interest.
Thank you so much. Maybe this is the last lap. Ni maswali ya mwisho kwa kila mtu na nitaanza tu na bado nikienda hivyo nikimalizia. So nitauliza hivi, tumesikia zile venye vijana wanajituma. Then how can we strengthen trust and cooperation between different ethnic or community groups? Umesema kuna example of institution kama Moyale Youth Assembly, kuna consortia, kuna other tribes. Ni vipi tunaweza kujumulisha watu? Ni vipi tunaweza weka trust between them? Kama vijana mmejipangaje?
The best one is to conduct inclusive dialogue, consistent one, not only once in a while, consistent dialogue, inclusive, where it bring everyone together, every youth, every women, everyone in the community together. And that by doing so, you are building trust between the communities. So if we look at Moyale, we have different communities living in Moyale, 6 or 7 communities. So if you do inclusive dialogue, where we have everyone on board, by doing that, we are building trust and also social cohesion at the same time. The other one is we have shared interest. Like if you look at Moyale, Moyale is an economic hub. We have this town where everyone is doing business. Shared interest, that is joint economic ventures. Different tribes, like here in Beshara Street, we have different tribes doing business together. You can see Borana having their business, Garri, Burchi, every tribe doing business. So this shared economic venture bring us together, because no one will going to prioritize conflict over peace. So we'll choose peace for us to continue.
But most of the times, thank you, but most of the time, at any given time, politics has an upper hand.
Yes.
So mara nyingi kuna zile political outfit, zile watu wanashikana, tribes wanashikana, they form certain, outfit, then wanaweka wengine nje. So unajua mara nyingi time yake ikifika hii mambo yote inaharibikanga, to be honest.
Yes.
So at any given time politics iko na nini yake. So
yes.
Maybe vipi vijana wataingililia hapa? Then
if you look mostly during times of politics and electionary period, like last year or even the one that we are approaching 2027, youth are always misused, because the nature of the youth, if you look at vijana ni wenye wako na nguvu, they are very flexible. They can able to move from one point to the other very easily, unlike the older generation or the older people. Then youth are misused because of like all these issues are linked to unemployment. When youth are unemployed, they can be manipulated by politicians. During time of election, you are being promised jobs, you are being promised money. Certain politician come out and tell you, I will award you a job when you campaign for me. Go and disrupt someone else's rally. Yes, don't do like that. Go and disrupt the rally of women rep. Go and disrupt the rally of MP. We are being misused, and now it is time. Now we need to move from there.
Yeah, we need to shun that.
Yes,
yeah.
We need to be aware, self-aware, that we are not going to be misused by politicians. You need to know our right, our role. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Karibu, Madam CEO.
Thank you.
Mheshimiwa pia natumai inshallah. So on gender equality and inclusion, that is SDG 5, Sustainable Development Goal 5. What barriers do women and persons living with disabilities face in accessing leadership and economic opportunities?
Thank you for
Unaweza kukoroga lugha yote iko sawa.
Thank you for your question, Idris. Thank you so much. And also for the support for my political ambition.
Thank you.
Yeah. So barriers, women's and PWDs, we do face a lot of challenges. The challenge number one, we lack representation as women and people living with disability. Why am I saying this? It's sad in this generation. Perhaps if I give you examples, maybe I can take good examples, public participations, or the decision-making table, any decision-making table in Kenya. We know there's an act around in the Constitution 2010. They talk around to that gender balance. But we have limited access to such information. No one is involving women's or PWDs. And maybe if involved, few. And from the dialogues or maybe meetings I personally attended, we are just invited for the sake. We will be in the rooms, we will be on the table, but when it's come to discussion, the elders, the youths discuss everything, and then we are just like...
Maybe everything is done for formality.
For formality, yes.
For formality.
For formality, thank you for that.
Women are there, then...
Yeah, we are there because the Constitution is saying women must be included, PW must be included, but no. So we lack representation.
A true representation.
Yeah. So secondly, I will say lack of access to networking. You know, as women, I feel maybe even after empowered women, I don't know what those women are going through. We have senators, we have women in politics, in higher positions, but still, I'm very sure they are going through a lot of challenges. It's like in this society, being a woman or PWD is, like maybe it's a problem itself, like you are marginalized by nature, by just being a woman. Another one is culture. Culture also, it really hinders women because, there is this say, I will say it in Borana.
It's okay.
For women to be in leadership position, they really don't support women in leadership. They don't believe in women in leadership. Do you know what they say? What do we say to women? There's this proverb, very common. If they see any woman want to vie for any political position, they will say, seek a moti to the audience. Seek a moti. That is the culture. That is the culture. Yeah. They don't believe in women. They don't believe in women leadership. So how can we, as a woman?
So,
yeah, thank you.
So you feel like you've been left out.
We are left out.
Pia maybe wanasemanga ile it's in a traditional history. It's a story. Wanasemanga kuna mama ameweza kurule. I don't want to mention the name, but aliweza kurule. Then in her reign, aliweza kunyanyasa wanaume. So wanaume wa hiyo time wakasema boy child ameteswa. So maybe it's from there, and it is still, people believing such thing. Yeah. So I think right now you mentioned something to do with platform. Yeah. I think we have a platform like this one, supported by LPI. I think we have around, we have so many other platform that is for
many
you.
Platform from NGOs that
in which you guys do dialogues.
Sure.
I think there are so many other platforms there. Maybe it is through this you can raise your voices.
We have platforms for now, yes. As much as, we are facing challenges. As youths of Moyale. Okay. As youths of Moyale, still we are facing a lot of challenges. We have not overcome challenges, but yes, we have platforms, of which I will mention.
How can you find solutions to those barriers that you've mentioned? How can you overcome those challenges now?
Thank you so much, Bwana Idris. Before that, I would love to exhaust the barriers, with your permission.
You still have 5 minutes, maybe.
Sure, I will do that in 1 minute. You can bear with me. So I've discussed many issues around women's and PWD, but I would like to add this, the cultural norms, which I've already discussed about it. The proverb I already have given to you. About the domestic roles, we are doing unpaid role at homes. Our mothers, our sisters, we as young mothers, we are doing a lot of things, and this is a barrier, you know, to work alone at home and also going to work. It's a challenge. So there's also discrimination and stigma, the negative attitude toward PWDs. Si kuna venye watoto walemavu wanafichwa nyumbani na si vizuri, pia hiyo ni kukanyanga haki yao. So kuna limited access to capital. Hatuna pesa. Maybe if we want to invest to do business, can we do that? A mother, can you just imagine, she's at home working, kufanya kazi, and you expect this woman to do business? Surely. So other is high poverty rates. Watu wetu ni maskini, so pia inakuwa challenge kufanya biashara. Weak enforcement of inclusion laws. The laws are not implemented, and we are not into those decision-making tables. So there is also limited capacity building programs. These women are not mentored. We lack role models. We have women in leadership, successful women, even those nurses, at their capacity, they have gone far. But who is coming back to this grassroots, to this Kijiji, to motivate others? Do we have such women?
I think we have women rep.
We have women rep,
what
sure.
happens in that case?
In politics. So there's also a patriarchal political system, male-dominated parties. Tuko na party ya walemavu ama women's. Do we have one? So which one, Ibrahim? Tell us.
Ile ya mwalimu. Yeah, ile ya mwalimu Dida. Mwalimu Dida. So I think she's from well. Yeah. Maybe you can partner with her. Kama kutakuwa na position, walisema watasaidia free of charge.
Naona Ibrahim anataka kunisukuma sana kwa hii siasa. When I discuss about youth advocacy, I mean they know to improve these challenges. We are already doing that. Idris, you are already doing that in Moyale. To Ibrahim, Rahma, I myself, to many of you, the like of Hassan, I can see many youths who are doing a lot of things at their personal levels. Right? Yes. I think we are doing a lot of things, especially in Moyale. When it comes to peace building, as organizations, as CBOs, thanks to LPI, thanks to PASIDA, many other organizations who are working in Moyale, I really appreciate these NGOs who are working in Moyale because they always support us. For us in Moyale, specifically I want to speak about the youth in Moyale because many times we are not given opportunities to be even in Marsabit County. County yenyewe tunafika kweli? Just to discuss important things. Youth, we are 80% when it comes to population in Africa. Is that a small number? No. We are not like many youth, so we are not included. So what do we need to do? We have CBOs. Idris can bear with me. I mean, Ibrahim. We started as a volunteer, and still we are doing that. During politics, during conflict, tuko hapa mbele, tunaenda kuitana youths for dialogues. We celebrate international days. Thanks to LPI, today we are celebrating international. By the way, happy International Day of Youth, all of you. I know when you're hapa, what in youths? The like of Mama Ao, Mama Jinzi. We all have youths at home, right?
Yeah.
And many of us are youths here. So we are marginalized. Don't you see that? It really touches me, you know, and not agamt when youth. Because today I'm a youth, and tomorrow maybe. It's not maybe. Tomorrow I will not be youth. Assume someone here is already 34 years. He can proudly say today I'm a youth. But next year?
35, ametoka.
Ametoka, and you will not get opportunities as a youth. Ask yourself, I'm challenging you as a youth. What have you benefited as a youth? Surely today, tell me, as a youth, Unajua hata kwa Kiislamu tunaamini hata maybe someday tukikufa tunaulizwa umefanya nini ukiwa bado kijana, au utaulizwa kama umezeeka, au utaulizwa kama wewe bado ulikuwa mtoto. Ama nadanganya? But wakati wewe umekuwa kijana unaulizwa.
Waswahili wanasema ujana ni moshi inapitanga.
Na wauliza, ask yourself today that question.
Madam Rahma,
yes.
Sorry to cut you short. Ulisema we were being marginalized.
Yes.
And ulisema we are the majority.
Sure.
In terms of population na kila kitu.
Yeah.
Then why is it that ikifika maybe kupiga kura ama kukuja pamoja, sisi wenyewe we have to chat our way forward. Then what happens? Ikifika time ile ingine, then Rahma is the other side, Idris on the other side, Ibrahim is, Omar is for the other guy. Tunaanza kupigana. Why is it so that
you're not united? Ourselves? I can say, Idris, we are not united as a youth. Today, Idris is doing something around climate justice. Are we supporting Ibrahim? I mean, Idris. We are coming up with our own things, right? I'm doing peace building, issues around peace building, SRHR, gender-based violence. Are women supporting this? Because we are the affected population. Are we supporting this? Youths, are we supporting each other? Are we united? Really? That is the questions we need first to answer before to work, for improvement. Because we are not united, we don't support youths. If I come up with someone, maybe a leader, an able leader today, you will not support that leader. You will say, he belongs to Rahma, or she belongs to Rahma. And I will say, same, she belongs to Rahma. She belongs to Hassan. We have a lot of challenges as youth. So we need to overcome these challenges by doing what? Peer-to-peer awareness and dialogues between youths. Kwanza tunafaa kuongea sisi kama youth.
Time anasema uko na 20 seconds.
I'm almost done. Yeah. So kuna hizi mambo za policies. We need to enforce that. The Constitution ya Kenya surely inaongelea sana youth, women, PWDs. Tuko na funds venye my brother Wario amesema. Kuna hii ya women rep ngaf. Kuna hii CDF. Are we benefiting from all these things? Really? And as a youth, where is our voice? Naona tu youth wa Moyale tumekimya tu sana. Many things is going. International Day of Youth. Me, I feel like as a Moyale youth, that is not a disability. I'm very proud to be born in Moyale. But I want to represent this village on a national level, on a global level. How can I do that? Inaanza na hapa. Charity begins at home. Are we well recognized in Moyale? What are we doing, surely youths?
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you so much. Makofi tafadhali. Sustainable livelihoods and economic opportunities for youth. That is SDG number 8. So maybe nitauliza hivi, what are the most promising economic opportunities for youth in Moyale in regards to that?
First of all, before I answer your question, I would like to elaborate something about that. Moyale is a town which is strategically located at the point. That means we are enjoying I think it's okay now. So we are enjoying the cross-border trade. That means for statistics of the that is available in the public domain, Moyale is actually generating 82% of Marsabit County revenue. That's I think the biggest among the Cushitic towns that is along the northern corridor. So therefore, by saying that, I wanted you to understand that any youth who is in Moyale is having a great opportunity to participate in this cross-border in one way or the other. By tapping into the cross-border trade that we are seeing around, our youths must ensure that they are not left behind, because there is really a lot of opportunities that is lying here. And the second thing I observed is that initially our communities really relied on nomadic and pastoralism, which due to recurrent drought and harsh climatic conditions, our people are now drifting from this nomadic life now, and the only solution we have, since the government opportunities and the job opportunities are limited even to the youths, so I think the only thing now we are left to act upon is to embrace trade and at least walk away from the economic activities that was not benefiting our people initially. So I think the most promising economic activity at the moment that our youths need to engage in is basically two. One is the business that is happening in Moyale is really generating a lot of revenue that makes everyone to stand a chance to participate in one way or the other. But I know it begs a question. Sometimes the youths are facing a lot of problems in startup capital, but I will avoid explaining that because I will drift away from the question, and Idris, I think I will leave at that now.
So yeah, thank you. So maybe it's I thank you very much. You mentioned something on economic opportunities, but on sustainable livelihoods, you mentioned we are pastoral communities, so you advised us we have to shift, we have to embrace other alternative means of livelihood. So maybe how about agriculture? So like is it agriculture sustainable thing?
Thank you so much for your question. Actually, I don't know whether it's the mentality of the stereotype that we have, that tunaonanga kama as Kushaiti communities or the pastoral communities, mostly agriculture or farming will not work for us. By turning away from the nomadic life, we are having several options to engage in. For example, the issue, the opportunity of farming through climate smart agriculture. We can even adopt the climate smart agriculture by introducing drought resistant crops that will work well. For sure, it works well even in Moyale, like the onions and the farming of even the potato. Nothing is limited, even though I understand our climatic condition is a bit not favoring. Thank you so much.
So thank you. Maybe we still have some seconds to go. And somebody mentioned in a training somewhere, somebody told us about beekeeping. Beekeeping, what is it called? What farming? It's apiculture. Apiculture, right? Yeah. Apiculture. So it's it's farming, still it's farming. Yeah. But somebody mentioned that a gram of bee venom.
Yeah.
A gram of bee venom is around it's worth around 15,000 Kenyan shillings. So somebody told us, why is it that we bother ourselves, tunaenda huko Hillo na tunaenda kutafuta dhahabu na tunasumbuana huko, tunaleta vita kwa county mzima. So akatuambia, mbona why can't you invest in beekeeping? Out of that, wachana na asali, wachana na bee comb, because hata hiyo comb ni chakula, ukiongeza na other product I think inakuwa feeds, animal feeds.
Yeah.
So bado kuna asali, utakuwa bado na ile bee venom. Bee venom imbetani hiyo. Mnajua bee venom? Ilka kinisa, unajua saa ile nyuki inakudunga, kuna kitu inakuachianga kwa mwili. So hiyo kitu sasa ndio bee venom. Hiyo ukikusanya, kuna teknolojia inatumika kukusanywa. So ikiletwa pamoja, a gram of it cost around 15,000 Kenyan shillings. Maybe that's a broker price. Na ukipeleka huko juu, maybe it's more than that. So somebody somewhere in Kenya right now is farming, is doing beekeeping, na ana make 80 million each year. 80 million. Muangalia kwa TikTok baadaye, mtaangalia, mtaona. Ana make around 80 million. 80 million Kenyan shillings kwa bee venom peke yake. So maybe it's part of sustainable that you discussed. Sustainable
sure,
means
for
of
sure.
asante sana. Sustainable livelihoods and economic opportunities for youth. That is SDG number 8. So maybe Pauliza hivi, what are the most promising economic opportunities for youth in Moyale in regards to that?
First of all, before I answer your question, I would like to elaborate something about that. Moyale is a town which is strategically located at the point. That means we are enjoying I think it's okay now. So we are enjoying the cross-border trade. That means for statistics of the that is available in the public domain, Moyale is actually generating 82% of Marsabit County revenue. That's I think the biggest among the Cushitic towns that is along the northern corridor. So therefore, by saying that, I wanted you to understand that any youth who is in Moyale is having a great opportunity to participate in this cross-border in one way or the other. By tapping into the cross-border trade that we are seeing around, our youths must ensure that they are not left behind, because there is really a lot of opportunities that is lying here. And the second thing I observed is that initially our communities really relied on nomadic and pastoralism, which due to recurrent drought and harsh climatic conditions, our people are now drifting from this nomadic life now, and the only solution we have, since the government opportunities and the job opportunities are limited even to the youths, so I think the only thing now we are left to act upon is to embrace trade and at least walk away from the economic activities that was not benefiting our people initially. So I think the most promising economic activity at the moment that our youths need to engage in is basically two. One is the business that is happening in Moyale is really generating a lot of revenue that makes everyone to stand a chance to participate in one way or the other. But I know it begs a question. Sometimes the youths are facing a lot of problems in startup capital, but I will avoid explaining that because I will drift away from the question, and Idris, I think I will leave at that now.
So yeah, thank you. So maybe it's I thank you very much. You mentioned something on economic opportunities part. On sustainable livelihoods, you mentioned we are pastoral communities, so you advised us we have to shift, we have to embrace other alternative means of livelihood. So maybe how about agriculture? So like is it agriculture sustainable thing?
Thank you so much for your question. Actually, I don't know whether it's the mentality or the stereotype that we have, that tunaonanga kama as Cushitic communities or the pastoral communities, mostly agriculture or farming will not work for us. By turning away from the nomadic life, we are having several options to engage in. For example, the issue, the opportunity of farming through climate smart agriculture. We can even adopt the climate smart agriculture by introducing drought resistant crops that will work well. For sure, it works well even in Moyale, like the onions. and the farming of even the potato. Nothing is limited, even though I understand our climatic condition is not favoring. Thank you so much.
So thank you. Maybe we still have some seconds to go. And somebody mentioned in a training somewhere, somebody told us about beekeeping. Beekeeping, what is it called? What farming? It's apiculture. Apiculture, right? Yeah. Apiculture. So it's it's sub farming, still it's farming. Yeah. But somebody mentioned that a gram of bee venom.
Yeah.
A gram of bee venom is around it's worth around 15,000 Kenyan shillings. So somebody told us, why is it that we bother ourselves, tunaenda huko Hillo na tunaenda kutafuta dhahabu na tunasumbuana huko, tunaleta vita kwa county mzima. So akatuambia, mbona, why can't you invest in beekeeping? Out of that, wachana na asali, wachana na bee comb, because hata hiyo comb ni chakula, ukiongeza na other product I think inakuwa feeds, animal feeds.
Yeah.
So bado kuna asali, utakuwa bado na ile bee venom. Bee venom imbetani hiyo. Mnajua bee venom? Ilka kinisa, unajua saa ile nyuki na kudunga kuna kitu inakuachianga kwa mwili. So hiyo kitu sasa ndio bee venom. Hiyo ukikusanya, kuna teknolojia inatumika kukusanywa. So ikiletwa pamoja, a gram of it cost around 15,000 Kenyan shillings. Maybe that's a broker price. Na ukipeleka huko juu, maybe it's more than that. So somebody somewhere in Kenya right now is doing beekeeping, na ana make 80 million each year. 80 million. Muangalia kwa TikTok baadaye, mtaangalia, mtaona. Ana make around 80 million. 80 million Kenyan shillings kwa bee venom peke yake. So maybe it's part of sustainable that we discussed. Sustainable means of value. Asante sana.
Thank you.
Mr. Being a committee member for World Climate Change and Planning Committee, if I'm not wrong, you are supposed to discuss SDG number 13, Ibrahim, climate action and environmental stewardship. So maybe nitakuuliza hivi, what are the practical steps can youth in Moyale take to combat climate change within their daily lives and communities? Ni nini zile steps vijana wanafaa kuchukua ndio tuweze tukomeshe janga ya climate change, alafu through that tuweze ku make some progress in our lives?
Thank you, Elban Idris. As you know that the world is now fighting with the climate change. The climate change, the COP28 of which is happening in Dubai, you have seen what all the world talking about is the climate change. The climate change issue inaletwa na the land degradation, especially watu wanamaliza hii mazingira, kukata miti, kuchoma makaa na kufanya mambo mengine ambaye inamaliza ardhi yetu. Na hii climate action ama climate as a youth ama as a community, we have another challenge that combats with this, the drought. The drought in Moyale, let me say in Marsabit County, Masemi, arid area. Maybe kukosa mvua kwa mwaka 2-3. Ama mwaka ingine tunaweza kuja kupata mvua ingine. Ukiona hivyo, tuko na climate issue. Sasa serikali walikuja kuona kuna hii shida in Kenya, wakatengeneza a committee of 11 people from each ward in Kenya. We are in 20 ward in Marsabit County. We have 20 ward climate change planning committees, ambaye ni act of county assembly. Each county assembly have that act. That committee is now existing. After public participation was being selected, those committees, finding for about the land, the degradation, about the species trees is now, there is some trees now is not existing. Umeona kuna kitu nini miti inaitwa chana. Umeisikia chana inapatikana saa hii? Chana imeisha, sio? Sasa anafuatwa na aloe.
Hapa tuko na Gen Z, wataelewa chana? Miti ya
wangapi wanajua chana? Chana ilube.
Ni wangapi wanatambua? Unaona sasa we Gen Z hata hawajui.
Very good. Sasa chana
ilikuwa 10 years ago, sasa hivi
chana itakuja. Sasa chana imeisha kwa Moyale. Kwa sababu watu wanakata, wanatengeneza mkaa, hiyo mkaa ambayo tunatumia. Na tukienda tuko na overgrazing in this community of ours. Watu wanamaliza ardhi kwa sababu kuna mfugo wengi. Hii pia inaleta shida katika. Sasa sisi kama wa vijana tuko na watu, kuna CBOs ambaye hata imeonekana kama sasa champion ya climate action, like IRD doing a climate action ambaye tunafanya kila siku, tuna plant trees. Tumejulikana kama kama Profesa Magari Madai, unajua hivyo? Sasa Idris amekuwa kama Profesa Magari Madai Moyale.
Makofi kwa Idris.
Makofi kwa Idris. Kwa sababu kila siku tuko na hiyo mambo na planting. Tumejulikana hata kuna affection yote Moyale saa hii. Vijana is leading. There is now all organizations supporting the agricultural in youth, the beehives. Yeah, you have seen in Moyale, mambo na vegetables, the other issues now. Their youth is leading all those areas. I think the climate is now affecting us, but the youth is now taking their parts as a combating that challenges that we have. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Makofi tafadhali. How can we make environmental projects? Ibrahim, I think unasikiza. Environmental projects like
Idris,
tree planting, more sustainable and not just one time events. Unajua huwa tunafanyanga World Environment Day, tunasherehekea mara moja, hiyo kitabu tunafunga. So ni vipi tutafanya hii nini kazi iendelee hii ya climate change?
Thank you, Bwana Idris. The issue of climate, let me repeat again. The issue of climate is with us. We are the youth or the community. We not do the one-time event like now the IRD doing Wild Environmental Day every 5th of June. Not like that. As the government also introduced every Friday of every month, the last 2 Fridays of every month, they are saying that plant trees. They come up with 15 million. By how many years? I think by 2027.
By 2032, we should be planting 15 billion trees, and in particular, Marsabit County, tumepewa target ya 2 billion in the next 10 years. By 2032, Marsabit County tunafaa kupanda 2 billion trees out of a national target of 15 billion trees. And Naruto alisema miti itakuja kuwa kama dhahabu. Just wanted to
thank you.
Share that.
I think hizo mambo na environment, anza na kwako. Charity beginning at where? At home. Tuanze na kwetu, tujaze miti hapo poloti yetu ambaye tunakaa, shule ambaye tuko karibu yetu. Tuko na event kama sasa, tutumie solar panel. Unajua hii energy pia ni muhimu, ingine ina affect environment. Kuna madam alitufunza, the director of environmental officer, the chief officer, the director of environment in Marsabit County, Madam Janet, alituambia hivi, for the next maybe 50 years utakuja kuomba hewa. Hii hewa sasa tunatuomba, tunasema tunapata kila siku, sio? Hii oxygen itakuja kupatikana. Sasa kila mtu anasema tuwe na hewa yetu hapo kwa room, kwa sababu tunakata miti. Hizo miti sasa ikienda zote, sasa tutakuja kupata shida kubwa. Tafadhali, kama mimi sasa naomba isan Canada na mimi tuno jagaltan wallahi zanti at least mukla masadiabu fula karake isa gadut mukaburi fula demtut mukaburi Profesa Wangari Maathai ni wani sintati agartan mukaburi tayu Kenya mzima atileni muksuni sadaqa argat sadaqa tujariya bo hujara mi fiyal ko bokhate sadaqa le sitat islamically kuya dotelle kanami agarte achi jirre mukusu kadfani yal bogata kama mawo karake dab kanami bi buru boradi ala mataka bata kam dasa tafadhali tupange hiyo mambo na miti. Hii ni sasa, wacha kuwe kila mtu everybody's responsibility, not an individual. Hata nasema wacha kina Idris wa plant trees bana, si wanapata faida? Hakuna faida tunapata. Hizo ni story tu, tunapanda miti ndio tunaendelea. Our young generation sasa, wazee wetu wameenda, sio? Sasa wazee wanatuacha, wale wanatokea ni nini? Sisi wale watakuja kukosa oxygen kwa hii dunia ni sisi for the next 50 years ama 100 years. Watu wanasema tafadhali tuwe na hiyo maoni, tuwe na project, tuwe na hiyo mafunzo. As Rahma say, civic education is something very important. Hata kwa plant trees ni civic education. Unaenda kueneza hiyo rafiki yako, anamwambia tupande miti, sio? Tafadhali wacha tufanye hiyo kazi, tuendelee. Leo ni siku imekuwa kafupi sana, kwa sababu hiki kitu tulianza tu jana na tumesema leo tu celebrate. Tungepanga 1 month na hii kitu imekuwa inaenda vizuri. Lakini with God tuta promise that hii kitu itakuja kuendelea. Hii Youth International Day itakuja kuendelea, tutaongeleshana kama youth.